95% of traders will not watch this video because the title is not the best 1-minute strategy or the easiest way to become profitable fast. If you feel the urge to click away right now, pay attention. That's the exact pattern keeping you stuck. Stay and watch the video and I'll show you how to break it in one day. So what we will do is we'll have 5 parts to reset and become profitable trader. The first one is just 3 sentences that will change how you think about trading in general and how you think about yourself as a trader. Part 2 will be what do you think is a problem versus what actually is. Part 3 is why you as a smart trader stay stuck longer while other beginners make more money than you. And then part 4, which is the most important one, is the 5 levels of the trading pyramid and how 95% of traders only focus on the 5th level, which is the least important one. And part 5 is also an important one, which will go over 4 steps that will reset your trading and help you become a profitable trader. Now you might think, okay, one day to fix trading, that's a big claim. It sounds crazy, and I know that. The problem is not about time, it's about direction. Imagine digging in the wrong place. It can take you 5 to 10 years and it's not gonna help. Nothing is gonna happen because I've mentored people trading for 15 to 25 years and still not making it in trading. And why? Because that's where you should go to be profitable. But what they're doing, they're here and they're going on the other direction. So no matter how much time you spend and no matter how long it takes you, no matter how much progress you make, you're still not going to reach this here because you're going to the other direction, the wrong direction. Now what you should do is that you should see the real route. And whenever you see that, the change starts immediately. And that's the purpose of this video, is to show you the real route. You're not profitable. It's not your strategy. It's not the risk management. It's not these surface things that every YouTube video talks about. Part 1 is the 3 sentences that should break the pattern. The first sentence is that you are not failing at trading, you're succeeding at something else you don't want to admit. And this specific sentence changes everything for me when I heard it for the first time, because I was trying to achieve something other than profitability, but I was saying to myself, oh, I want to be profitable, but I was aiming for something else, and I was succeeding at that thing. Because if you were failing, your behavior would change, but it hasn't. The same mistakes that you do every day, it keep repeating, the same patterns show up, and the same emotional cycle plays out. And that is not failure, that is actually success, but at a different objective and goal. Because trading is giving you something. Maybe it's not being profitable, but something else. Maybe it's a stimulation, maybe it's hob, maybe it's feeling of being so close without committing, maybe feeling smart to your family, to your friends. Maybe it's an excuse to stay where you are without calling it quitting. So as long as trading is successfully doing that job for you, it cannot do another job at that same time. So doing that specific hidden job or goal and then trying to be profitable at the same time, trading will not do both of these at the same time. So it's gonna give up one of these. Now, once you name it, it starts to lose the power. You should name what you're succeeding at that preventing you from becoming profitable, but helping you doing something else. Now, sentence 2 is that every trader gets exactly the results their internal structure allows, not the results they want. Now, the market does not respond to desire, to wanting. It responds to structure, to systems. I can bet that you've seen a lot of YouTube videos making money off a specific strategy, but then when someone else trades that specific strategy or setup, get completely different outcomes over time. What is the reason? It's not because of luck. It's because one trader has an internal structure that allows consistency and the other doesn't. So you need to change the structure or repeat the outcome. Now, sentence 3, if profitability was truly your top priority, your behavior would already look boring, repetitive, and uncomfortable. Simply, it's gonna change. And then at the end, discipline gets blamed for a choice that was never about discipline in the first place, and that's one of the issues. So your behavior reveals the truth and not your words. Now, part 2 is, what do you think is a problem versus what actually is? What traders think is that, okay, I need a better strategy, but if the strategy was the problem, you're already profitable. You've seen thousands of videos, thousands of strategies, and that's not the real issue. You already have a lot of strategies, and it works for others, but not for you. I need better psychology. The problem is that psychology became the excuse when strategy stopped working. But psychology is not the root either, it's just a symptom. I need more discipline. Discipline is what you use when something feels unnatural. But profitable traders don't force discipline, they act from alignment. And then a lot of people also say, I need more backtesting or I need more screen time. But that more screen time just reinforces the same patterns, and it's just more repetition over the same pattern, over the same mistake. What's actually happening is that your actions come from your beliefs. Every entry, every take profit, and every hesitation is coming from something you believe. Not what you say you believe, but what you actually trust. It's not about just the words. And then your beliefs come from your identity. This is a specific order that we're gonna go over even in the trading pyramid. So you do not trade like a trader who expects to win. You're not expecting to win. You're trading like the person you think you are. And then your identity is built around whatever you think keeps you safe. And this is very important here, because safety is the real driver. It's not money, it's not the performance, it's not the win rate. It's all about safety. Now, part 3 is why smart traders stay stuck longer, and maybe this one relates to you the most because you're coming to this video to fix the issue and you never quit. So you are a smart trader. Now, these parts matter more than most people realize because being smart in trading does not always help. A lot of times it does the opposite. So smart does not equal profitable. And why? First of all, beginners fail fast and quit. They make obvious mistakes, they lose money quickly, they blow accounts, and either quit or reset. They realize it's not for them. They lost a lot of money and they got hurt. The problem is smart traders fail slowly and rationalize. They fail differently. Maybe they blow accounts, but a lot of time they don't. They stay slightly negative or break even, but for years. And because they're smart, they always have a reason. And then knowledge becomes a hiding place. More knowledge, it's gonna feel like progress, watching videos, refining system, adding rules, removing rules, all of these things. But learning can quietly become avoidance because you stay busy without looking at the real issue. You're just saying, okay, I'll learn more, I'll make more progress, but you're not focusing on the real issue, and that's not gonna change anything. And then complexity becomes a protection. When things don't work, it's never you, it's the market, it's the conditions, it's the algorithm, it's the manipulation, it's all of these things. So what you do is you try to make your trading system more complicated, and you try to even complicate the reasons why you're not profitable for now. Now, the hard truth is most traders don't avoid profitability because it's hard, but they avoid it because it removes their excuses. And I've actually seen a lot of people stucking as unprofitable trader until they realize that was an excuse for something else. And that's what we're going to be looking at on the next slides. Now, part 4 is the trading pyramid. What dominates what? Now, before we go any deeper, you need to see this because almost everything traders try to fix lives at the wrong level. This is a trading pyramid and explains why effort does not equal results in the game. About 95% of traders spend nearly all their time here at the level 5. The strategy, the entries, the indicators, the execution, the refinement, all of these things. Now, this level is very important, but it's also the smallest, weakest part of the system because this dominates more than level 5. It is important. Without it, mostly it cannot be a profitable trader. But then level 4 is more significant. Level 3 is more. And then level 1 is the more significant one. So you see, we start here. And in order to fix or in order to reset, you cannot reset from here because a pyramid does not collapse from the top. It collapses from the base, and no amount of work at the top can override what's underneath. So it's always the base that has most of the significance, that has more of the effect. It has more of the results of you as a trader. So you cannot fix this even if you fix level 5, level 4, level 3, but then 2 and 1 are not fixed and they have a lot of things that are incorrect and wrong, then still level 3, 4, and 5 will not do anything for you. So the real way to fix this and reset is that we start from the bottom and then we go up in this direction You cannot do the opposite because that's not how a pyramid works. It's always from the base. So level 1 is core beliefs about money and markets. Now this is the foundation, and it's the part almost nobody talks about, nobody look at, because it has nothing to do with the charts, with the setups, with the market, all of these. It's irrelevant. But if deep down money feels unsafe, unstable, or there's something wrong about it, your nervous system will never let you keep it. So for example, money is hard to make. Do you think that if you believe that money is hard to make, you'll be able to become a profitable trader? In other words, you'll be able to make money off the market when deep down you think that money is hard to make. That's not going to work. Money changes people, and you don't want to change. You don't want to think people are seeing you changing in a bad way. That way, deep down, you know that money is not good. Money is going to change you, or money is going to change people. Therefore, you'll never make it in trading. And some of you, regarding the market, think that trading money is not real money. And then you will never take it seriously, and you will never make money because it's not real money. And then big money requires suffering. Will you want to suffer to make big money? Not really. No one wants. So if you believe in this, then you're not going to make big money. Same thing goes for markets are manipulative or unfair. And same thing goes for consistency is rare or impossible. If you think this way, then you will never be consistent. And you see, those are core beliefs about money and markets, and even though no one talks about them or look at them, but they silently cap what you allow to yourself to keep and to earn. So that's the thing. So the key line is, if money is bad, unsafe, or unstable in your mind, your system will never allow you to keep it. Either it's from business, from trading, from any other job, you will not be able to make it. You will not be able to make money. Now, level 2 is beliefs about self and capability. And these are identity contracts. They're not just simple thoughts. In the pyramid, we're moving up, and this is where most traders confuse identity with truth. For example, you say things like, I'm not consistent by nature. I always mess it up eventually. So you are making a contract with your identity that this is what you will do. You always mess it up eventually. I need excitement to stay focused. I work better under pressure. So you will be attracting pressure to work better, but that's not going to work because in trading, you want to be calm, be relaxed in order to take your best setup. And things like I'm good at analysis, bad at execution, then what are you going to do? You'll always be bad at execution. That's a belief you have about yourself and your capability. It's like your system, your internal system is not trying to make money. It's just trying to stay familiar to the other people, because all people say this. Because this last sentence here, I'm good at analysis and bad at execution, I've heard this a lot, and I also believed in this when I was in my first years in trading. But then, until then, I realized that this is not me. This is something that I believed in, but it's not me. Now, level 3 is the emotional payoffs. And these are the hidden engine. And this is the level that changes everything, because this is where honesty gets uncomfortable. So some examples is that trading gives a meaning to the day, or losses justify staying small. So you'll always stay small and you will never make money. Why? Because of your losses. We know that in trading there are losses, but you cannot justify losses to stay small. And then over trading releases tension. That's not how trading works. And then almost winning preserve hope. Being in progress, avoid judgment. And I know most people when it comes to trading are in this phase. They think that they are in the in progress phase to avoid judgment, because no one can tell you, okay, why are you unprofitable yet? You'll say, okay, I'm still in the progress. I'm still a break-even trader. These things. And that's an emotional payoff. So the key line is, if trading regulates your emotions, it cannot be optimized for money. If trading gives your day meaning, if it protects you from judgment, if it keeps you in progress instead of exposed, then profitability becomes a threat and not a goal, because it will not have these payoffs exist no more. Now, level 4 is the behavior and habits. Now that's what people actually try to fix. And some examples is overtrading, hesitation, revenge trading, strategy hopping, and breaking rules. Now this actually is very significant, but that's what all people trying to fix, but they're not looking at the roots. These are habits, not beliefs. A habit can be adjusted, but a belief can actually influence the habits more and can have them still be there and not being broken. Now think about these as symptoms and not the root. Now, sometimes you can force discipline here, but without changing the base, it never lasts. That's why a lot of people try to change something, but then it never lasts. They try to go to the gym, it never lasts because they're not changing what's beneath. Now, one note here is that this level, again, is a symptom, and fixing this without fixing below, that's just a temporary change. Level 5 is a strategy and execution, and that is the smallest part. That's where 95% of traders focus on. Now, the truth is, strategy is the last thing that matters. Most traders already have enough edge. Actually, I've watched a lot of videos about strategy, and you have a lot of strategies that when other people's apply, they make money. But when you do, you cannot make money because you're not consistent, you're not disciplined. You are, making money is a threat for you. And this level cannot overpower the base. So yes, this level is very important. But having this level 100% perfect and all the levels below it are like 40%, 20%, then you're not going to make any money just from your strategy itself because you cannot even stay consistent to it. You cannot be disciplined. So the pyramid goes like this. First of all, we have the core beliefs about money and markets, and then beliefs about self and capability. After that, the emotional payoffs, and then the behavior and habits, and finally the strategy. So what we should do is always start from the bottom to the upside, to the up, to the up, to the upper level. And then we cannot fix the behavior and habits without fixing the emotional payoffs. And it goes also to the other ones below. Part 5 is how to reset your trading in one day. We will have 4 steps. These 4 steps, each one is going to focus on one thing. The first one is going to be awareness, then the truth. The third one is going to be the question. And lastly, on the 4th is one proof. Now, to reset, you must be brutally honest with yourself. There should be no ego. There should be no self-protection, no hidden goals. And I really want to have about 1,000 lines below this. There should be no hidden goal behind staying unprofitable, because the objective from this video and from the research that you're doing is one only, which is becoming profitable and nothing else. Now, what I want you to do is write everything. So have a notebook and then have a pen and write everything. It's not just about thinking. You need to write it down. Step 1 is lying to yourself. Now, you need to ask this question. If I trade exactly like this for the next 12 months, what do my results look like? If you keep doing what you're doing today and yesterday and the day before, if you keep doing this for the next 12 months, will you actually make good results? If not, and you should be honest with yourself, then there is something that you need to fix. Then what part of my life keeps paying for this? What am I calling progress that is actually just repetition? If there's something that you called, okay, I'm progressing, I'm making progress, I'm improving, but in reality, it's just wasting time and it's just a repetition of something that is not useful. So you should have an honest answers for these 3 questions, and then we go to the second step. Second step is identify the real payoff, and that's one of the things that we talked about on the trading pyramid. What's that payoff? Is the benefit of staying stuck. There is a hidden benefit from you staying stuck, and you need to be honest with yourself in order to break that cycle. So some questions that you need to answer is, what does my current trading give me right now? What is the thing that it gives you? Does it make you feel smart? Does it make you feel like you're a special person? Does it give you more support when you're still in progress? And what emotions, identity, or escape does it protect? What would feel threatened if I suddenly became consistent? Is there something that you're not going to get, like support? And remember, you're not failing. You're maintaining something else. Step 3 is the core question, and this question is one that I asked to my members on Edge School, and this question changes everything, and it made them realize that there was something that they know that they should do, but they are always escaping from, avoiding, and they know that if they just stick to that specific thing, they do it perfectly, then they're gonna become profitable trader, but they were not doing it. But before that, there was a rule. If the answer does not make you uncomfortable, then it's not the one. So the answer should make you uncomfortable. So the question is, what is one thing I know I'm not doing, so you're already knowing that you're not actually doing, that you know, or that I know I should be doing to be profitable, but I still choose to avoid. This question had 3 parts. So it's something that, first of all, you're not doing, you know you should do, but you still choose to avoid. What is that thing? Now take your time here, answer that question in a lot of details. It could be 1 word, it could be 2 words, it could be a full paragraph, it all depends on the thing that you're not doing, okay? Then you have a follow-up. Is it journaling? Is it reducing size until consistency appears? These are some examples. Is it trading one setup only? Do you hop from strategies? Do you not stick to one setup? Is it sitting out when there is no A+ setup? You always try to stay in action. You always try to execute trades when it's not the real time. It's not the good time. Is it accepting that most days require no action? Now, these are just examples. These are some follow-ups, but this is the main question, and that's where there should be a clear answer that make you uncomfortable coming out of this. And if you feel like you want to inspire others, then leave a comment to the question of this to help others realize that, okay, there are some other problems that we always don't think about, but it's the main issue. And then step 4 is a 24-hour proof. Tomorrow, and this needs to be happening in order to prove to yourself that you can do it. So tomorrow, do one thing that directly attacks the avoidance you identified. So if you are, for example, if the answer came out to be journaling, you're not journaling, then tomorrow within 24 hours, or if you're watching this at the morning and the market is just opening, then always go and find a place where you can have a trading journal. And then the first setup that you take, the first trade, then you need to journal it. That way, you're directly attacking that avoidance that you identified and you've been avoiding for a long time. And that's what's going to help you become a profitable trader. It's as easy as this sometimes. And it's all about understanding and, putting some progress when it comes to the trading pyramid. Some examples is reducing size to the level where outcomes stop affecting your mood, take only one valid setup and stop for the session, sit through a full session without entering a trade. You see, each one of these focus on one of the avoidance or one of the things that you're not doing that you know you should be doing but still avoiding. Let a trade hit stop without adjusting, watching, or interfering. Or in the day early while you still feel the urge to continue, because now you're attacking something that you've been avoiding. So sometime this is what you should do instead of trying a new strategy, because it's still not going to work. And the last thing I want to tell you here is that you don't need a new strategy. You don't need more information. You need to stop avoiding the one thing you already know. Thank you for watching the video until the end. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. And make sure to check out itschool.net. That is my community where I trade with you and I share my strategy, the edge model, to catch 5-to-1, 10-to-1, and even 20-to-1 trades using only 3 steps. And a special thanks to all channel members, especially the credited members.